Hi there, Assalamu alaikum. Hope everyone is doing well. So today is our topic is chapter 4, which is conditions. So today we will learn about if, else if statement, else, switch, and also the case. So first of all, what is the reason for using this statement? So the reason is to use this statement if there is a program, we have to decide whether it is true or false, whether it can be goes one way or the two ways, like this. Okay, so you will get a clear concept when we display the flowchart. Okay, so this is the flowchart. So here you can see the flowchart is first instruction is start, and then second instruction is take input from the user. For instance, we want to identify the number is whether negative or the positive. So in these sections we have to use the conditions, right? So in conditions we have to follow whether it is positive or negative, how to create a condition. So for instance, in the conditions there will be a diamond shape. So this diamond shape is meaning the conditions. So here first of all we have to write the if statement and then the conditions. For instance, number is greater than 0. If the input is greater than 0, then it will show it is positive number. Else, if number is less than 0, then it will show the negative number, right? Else, if it's equals to 0, then show the another statement name it is 0, right? So then finish the program and then executed all, right? So let's continue with the hands-on. So we will see the how to write a code for the conditions, right? So first of all we will see the if else statement, and then we will continue with the switch and case statement. All right, so first of all I create a new source file here, as you can see. So here we want to see how to write a code. So this is actually basic structure, as I have mentioned before in previous class. So you can create all the basic structure. For instance, whenever you just create a new source file, it will automatically create for you the structure. So how to do that? Just go to tools and then editor options and snippet. Then here you can see the default source. So whenever you write this code, and make sure you have tick this sign and then okay. So whenever you create a new source, it will automatically generate this structure. Okay, so no need to write the basic structure every time and every time. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, okay, so for instance, we want to see we want to see the number whether it is positive integer or the negative integer. So how to do that? We have to declare the variable name number, then we want to take the input from the user, right? So we have to print a message, enter the number, and then we want to get the input using cin statement, right? So cin, it will be number, right? So what I have done here, I just print a message to show the enter the new number, and it will take the input for from the user, right, as we learned before. Okay, so now we have to use the statement. I have to use if, and then we have to create a condition. So how to write a conditions? You can simply write the variable name and use the operator. So for instance, if the number is greater than 0, right, this is the condition. If the number is greater than 0, then what we will print? We will print cout the number you have entered is positive, is positive okay, is positive, then we have to show the number, and then we have to print the end statement, right? And similarly we have to use another statement names else if then number is greater than, sorry, number is less than 0, then it will show similar things. Negative, okay, then we have to use another statement number is equals to 0, right? So for this one you can use only else statement, no need to write the condition, because there is three condition only, right? Either it can be greater than 0, or can be less than 0, or equals to 0. So the last statement we don't need to write the condition, right? It will automatically use the else statement. So for instance here we can use cout, then you have entered 0, right? So then in L, okay, so let's run the code. As you can see, the program is successfully executed, right? So we have entered the number 10, so it says the number you have entered is positive 10. Now test the second statement whether it is working or not. If we press -10, you can see the number you have entered is -10, right? So similar it will work as the 0. If we put here is 0, then it will show you have entered 0, right? So hope you will understand these examples. Now let's continue with the another example. So in that example we will identify whether the character is vowel or the consonant. So basically it's the similar. So just go, we can copy this, right? No, okay, so just go, and then we have to declare a variable name character C, and then we print a message enter a later, then we have to take input from the user. So for this case we have to use C in a statement, right? So C, and then we have to write the conditions. So how to write the condition? Then we have to say if C equals to character A, or so how to write or? You have to use the slash 2 times, and if you want to write the and, you have to write 2 and sign, right? Okay, so we will discuss later. C equals to character A E, then I O U, right? A E I O U. So as we know, there are 5 letters in the vowel, and other than that everything is consonant, right? So here we can see A, is a vowel, and then and L, right? So another statement can be everything will be consonant until it's A, E, I, O, U, right? So here we can just write is a con is a consonant, right? Then indel. Okay. So what we have done here, we just create one conditions. When C is equals to A, means C is exactly the similar. The input variable is exactly the similar with A or E or I or O or U. Then we print that the inputted variable here is a vowel, right? And then the inputted variable, else the inputted variable is a consonant. Okay, so let's run the code. Okay, so let's run the code. Okay, so here you can see I have input A, then it say A is a vowel, right? What happen if I put the capital A, right? See here you can say A is a consonant. It shows A is a consonant, but it's not, right? So how to fix this one? We can print, we can also use the capital A, capital E, capital I, capital O, capital U, means like this. C equals to capital A, right? So this will actually increase the time complexity and also the execution time. So we simply ignore this one. We can just simply use one more statement where C will convert it to lower case with C, right? So whatever we input, is it capital or small letter, it will automatically convert with the lowercase, right? Just run the code. Then you can see A is a vowel, right? It working perfectly. Okay. So now we will move to the switch statement. So for instance, we want to calculate the two number. For instance, we want to calculate the 10 plus 10 equals to 20, right? Using the switch statement. So this is basically simple one. So you can use, first of all, we have to declare the character name operand, right? Operand অথবা operator. Okay, so then float number 1 and then number 2, right? And then we have to print a message name, enter number 1. Then we will take the number 1, right? Num 1, and then we want to print another message name, select the operator, select the operator, or select the operation, select the operations. We can mention plus, minus, divisions and multiplications, right? We can only receive this one, other than that we will not receive. Okay, okay, so see in, now you will take operand and then we want to print another message for this one, 2 and 2. So now is the work with the conditions, right? How to write the switch condition? We can use switch statement, and then in the switch statement what we will consider, we will consider the operation, right? We will consider the operations. Okay, so now, okay, so here case 1, what will be the case 1? First of all, it can be plus, right? So for instance, if it can be plus, then it will cout num1 plus num2, right? Num1, we can display this one, num1 plus num2, then equals to plus num2, okay, equals to, then we will just simply add num1 plus num2, right? And we can print in del statement. So here you can see the number 1 and the operand number 2 and then equal, then here is the calculation, right? So we have to use the another statement called break, right? So what happen if we don't use the break, I will explain later. And another case, just copy this one, another case can be minus minus minus, right? And then another case, okay, it will be multiplications, and then multiplications. It can be divisions, and also division, right? Okay, so what happened if I don't use the break statement, right? If I don't use the break statement, then it will use the case 1, case 2, case 3 until the default case, right? Until the default case. So in case statement there was a default statement, default, okay. So what is the purpose of default statement? It will show the error message, right? Cout error, the operation is not correct. Okay, so okay, so let's run the code. Okay, 10, I want to plus 20, right? You can see the 20 plus 20 is equals to 40. It is perfectly working. What if I just remove this break? Okay, then you can see 10 plus 10. You can see it will have executed the all number, right? All the case statement, since it is plus, minus, multiplication, and also the division. So you have, it is mandatory to use the break statement. Similarly here, if you use the if and then else and then also else, then it will count if also else and also else, right? So you have to use else if. So for instance, if the condition is goes this way, then it will execute this line only, print this line only, else it will execute this line, right? So you cannot use if and then else, right? Okay, so that's all for today class. Inshallah, in next class we will see the nested if or the nested conditions, or you can see the loop conditions and for while, do while loops. So best of luck for everyone. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can message me in WhatsApp or you can message me in the Google Classroom. Thank you so much. Bye bye.